Another beautiful day here on God's green earth, or whether it has to do with God's green earth can be the forests, lakes, the sea, the shore, the mountains, deserts, whatever floats your boat. Helps me personally to be out in nature to just to process stuff. And it seems like always when I post something, which hasn't been for a while, and I get into that just in a little bit, it always seems like I'm processing something. Of course, we all process stuff, and it's not like constantly you process stuff, but it's more like processing maybe is another word for just working through things, like digesting certain things. It could be anything. Again, like this is all about how I look at life, or my version or my view. It's very limited, flawed. I don't see everything. I don't know everything, thank God. But I explore. And maybe it's more about exploration. It's about like, what do we explore on this path that I feel God has put us on? And there's different seasons in life. And so for me, I'm very grateful that I was able to start a podcast and do these videos and share my heart. And that's really mainly what this is about. This is not like just some random, well, some of it maybe is random, some of it is funny, some of it has more depth, whatever, because it's just life. Life has all of these facets, right? Life is full of different diverse things that we process at the end of the day. And whether it's going through some seasons that are painful, where it's seasons that are joyful, whether, sometimes there's a series of events that can happen, incisions, or like just where life stops, where life is upside down, where life is hard to figure out. Or maybe it's a season where it's like everything's working out, like all the doors are open, all the windows are open. It's like wherever you turn, stuff is happening and you're flying. And some of us crawl, and some of us walk, and some of us can't even crawl. And some of us, move forward, some of us stand still, some of us again, like take off. There's no tomorrow. It's just like soaring. Wherever you are in life, whatever season you're in life is, the main thing is what I'm learning. God is with us in this process. And the last season I've been just walking through, I felt I needed to take a break because of the things that I just had to work through, or just like kind of like come to terms with, or just like I needed some time. And this is another thing, I'm going all over the place maybe in this one, but hey, I haven't done this for a while, so just bear with me. Hopefully it will make sense. We go through seasons in life, and sometimes we need to stop certain things in order to focus on that, because I don't know how it is with you, like life can be very busy. And I see it now that sometimes when you take a step back, you look around you and see like what everybody else is doing. You wonder like, how are these people doing this day in, day out, and just wearing themselves out? You listen to their experiences, stories, or what's happening in their lives, or things they have to do and work with. It could be anything, job, family, kids, careers, loss, just, promotions, it's anything. And you're like the daily life is just can be so intense, and you're in this treadmill, you're in this, just things are just going. And sometimes something needs to happen or can happen where everything just stops. And for me, there's different things that happen that way. And so I just like try to, like I'm sitting on the bench here and look at something from afar rather than being involved. And once you're a little outside, let's say, you just see things differently, automatically, because you wonder like, hey, I never realized this, or I never saw it that way, or I never noticed, because you stop, or something had to stop for you in order to see it. And so for me, I felt at the beginning of the year or the end of last year, I just needed to take a break from what I've been doing here. And not because I don't have material. I feel like I still have things I want to share. that is important to me, and hopefully it's helpful. Maybe hopefully it's helpful to. I mean, it's obviously helpful to me, but hopefully it's helpful for somebody else as well. And that's why I'm doing this. And so then, like I felt, okay, I'm just going to take a break, just maybe a week or two. Man, and sorry, there was just it's a lot of wildlife here. There's flies and insects, and they're very vicious right now. As soon as the weather is changing, it's beautiful, it's nice like this. Still kind of spring, but summer is just about to happen, or we're almost there. And so like everything's coming to life and it's out here. So just need to be careful. Bug spray probably will help, but whatever. And so, like it turned into something much longer than I anticipated. And that's in short what is self-care. I'm learning this. I've never been good at this. I've always been very busy, very active. I'm a doer. I just like to knock things out. Much more than I normally can handle, much more than I should do. And at one point in life, if you keep doing this, it catches up with you. And that's why it's good then to learn to have maybe self-awareness, being aware of like, okay, what's happening to my body? What's happening in my mind? What's happening around the people around me, closest to me? What am I hearing? What are they saying? Am I listening? Do I pay attention to all those signs and signals, or do I ignore them and just keep going? And so, long story short, so I had to stop and take care of myself, right? And hey, everybody does that differently. This is still new to me. I'm learning, but this helps. For me, this helps. This is where I feel like most content at I think, just being out in nature, whether it's around the fire, whether it's around sitting on a bench. It just comes to mind, like as a side note, I did some events in the past, a lot of them actually. And one of the events that I did with some of my friends, it was for kind of a man retreat type of thing, but not, it's a little different. Well, one of my friends actually, as an idea, because he said, let's hear it. Give me some ideas. And he said, like, I just, sometimes what I do is I just sit on a bench with God. And we're all like, okay. And then what? Nothing. That's it. And I'm like, I think at that time I did not understand what he meant. I think now, years later, I do. But you know what? We did it. And it was funny, like it was one of the most life-changing things that we incorporated in that event for guys, because out of from the feedbacks of what they experienced from all the different things that we incorporated, which doesn't matter right now, I think that stood out. And it was so simple, just to take a break from everything, sit down and see what he has to say. Maybe he has a lot to say, maybe nothing, maybe he's just sitting there with you. And sometimes we need that. And just being aware that his presence is here, that he's smiling upon us, something he wants to maybe say, encourage us. Or even, hey, it could be something like, hey, watch out, I'm trying to get your attention. I want to change something, I want to make this better for your life. But in order to do that, we need to change a few things. So I'm going on about stuff. I simply wanted to say, I'm back. Welcome back. I'm going to record some new stuff, and thanks for being on this journey with me. I hope, maybe you needed a break too. Maybe you needed a break from my stuff as well. So I would appreciate it if you tune back in, let somebody know, send the video or the podcast episode to somebody, and I will make sure that I will share some more stories, experiences, encouragements. And I'm going to end with this. Listen, wherever you are in life, whether you're busy, whether things are very slow, whether you understand what's going on and it all makes sense or nothing makes sense, I want to encourage you that you're not alone. You're not alone. There's people like me or others, near or far, that actually, if we're honest, they go through very similar things. And that's why it makes this life so beautiful, because we're not just an island and we process things and go through this on our own. It's actually the people around us that God put around us that make all the difference. And on top of this, I'm saying this, how many encouragements, how many confirmation, how many kind words I've experienced and I received. Sorry, not experienced. Yes, this was an experience, but that I received on my journey, even the last few months where I just, that's it, took a break from doing my podcast, doing my videos. It's enormous. It's mind blowing, and where I realized I'm not alone. Somebody's with me. Somebody's walking with me on this path, or have similar experiences, so that there's a connection, there's an understanding. And then on top of this, obviously, it's God who is with us on this journey. I just want to bless you with Godspeed. I write this normally, and it means may God bless you on your journey. May God be with you on your journey, wherever you are. Be encouraged. Keep walking. Keep going. And you're not alone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll post some more stuff soon. Bye-bye.